We are live once again with the show Where Ohio Throws Down. Ohio is on fire. And I am your host, Daniel R. Hood, live here on this Tuesday afternoon, middle of December. And I got two more of these left, so I hope you guys, my fans, are paying attention because I'll be going away soon. I got two more of these shows left. But today I got another big show for you. Today I'm keeping with the Active Dayton 2010 theme. I have the Dayton Celtic group. They are a group of they're Celtics, Irish. That's from around the area. They're a well-known group. Maybe you're a member of them. They'll be in the studios today for a live interview. They should be here soon. I'm supposed to interview them around 4:30, and then I'm also going to interview the best band of Dayton, Ohio, according to Active Dayton 2010, Higgins-Madewell. I'll interview them around the 5 o'clock hour, so those two are scheduled for today's interview, so this should be exciting. And of course, WWSU 16.9 FM is the best radio station in Dayton, Ohio for 2010. Thank you fans so much that voted for that. We're celebrating that all month long. We're getting all the DJs together. We're having a nice group hug in a dark corner somewhere. So it's very nice. But anywho, what we got on tap here? First of all, I have to say hello to the state of Ohio. I want to talk about a big event that's going to be happening soon here in the Dayton, Ohio area. It's an event I heard about recently. It's a real popular event among scholars, if you will. It's the 2013 National Science Olympics. It happens every 4 years, and it hosts at various colleges throughout America, if you will. It's an American competition. And for the first time ever, in 2013, the Science Olympics is coming to Wright State University, right here in Fairborn, Dayton, Ohio. So that's exciting. Even though I'm not rocket science, I don't follow all that stuff. I heard it's a big event, and they are estimated to bring in over $5 million for people come all the colleges and doing all the things that they do. And at the Science Olympics, this features the top college teams representing schools from every state in this country. And there'll be contests that include science, math, psychology, engineering, and much more. And a lot of it has to do with putting stuff together, like solving problems or answering questions, probably Jeopardy style, I think. And there'll be a gold, silver, and bronze medalist. There'll be top prizes for the top finishers. And of course, prizes will vary for the winners. I think they'll get a scholarship. They'll get scholarship money. Like if they didn't pay their way into college, they'll get a chance to do that with the National Science Olympics. So I wish everyone luck. As the brightest college students in the world are here in America, and they will become the Wright State in 2013 for the big Science Olympics. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret right now. There's someone right now who's very good at science, and he's in the studio. That's what I'm talking about. Yours truly, Daniel R. Hood. I am a master blaster at science, if you will. And I'm going to tell you what I've done that science-wise that's been very breakthrough for this country. I invented the wheel. It wasn't the caveman that did that. That was me. I invented the wheel. I also developed the theory of relativity. That was all me. And yes, I discovered the Diet Coke Mentos phenomenon. E.P. Bird didn't come up with it. They stole it from me, those jerks. I came up with the Diet Coke Mentos ordeal. And you know what? In this studio right now, I'm going to show you some Diet Coke and Mentos. You can't see it. I got a Diet Coke and Mentos. I'm going to put the Mentos in the Diet Coke, and oh no, we're getting pop everywhere. Oh no, it's a mess. I'm drowning. We're going to need to get James, our engineer, in here to clean this mess up. We got like 3 feet of Diet Coke and Mentos everywhere now. The equipment is damaged, and I almost drowned just now. It's awful. So we need to get some directors in here and clean this mess up. It's anarchy right now, I tell you. So we'll try to deal with that problem. But yes, I invented all those things. So with that, but good luck to the college students. I'll be participating in the 2013 Science Olympics. And now, the other thing I want to talk about, since this is my holiday special edition of Ohio's on Fire. I'm doing the holiday special today. I'm playing Christmas songs, my top 12 favorite Christmas songs of all time. And I am having a contest right now today. I've mentioned it to several people. I posted it on a few of my websites. Hopefully you at home would like to win a nice prize, because I'm giving a really nice prize today. I'll tell you what I'm giving away. I'm giving away a new DVD player. I'm giving away $50 cash. And also, I'm giving away 2 sets of tickets to two different Dayton Gems games. The first one is Friday, December 31st, the Dayton Gems vs. Edenville's Icemen. And the second one, Saturday, January 1st, 2011, the new year, the Dayton Gems will take on Fort Wayne Comets. Those are both at the O'Hara Arena. You will win 2 tickets to each game for free tickets. And they're really nice seats, actually. I'll tell you what row they're in. They're in row E, so that's really good. That's like the first half of the floor seating, actually. And we are back with Ohio's on Fire. I'm your host, Daniel. And it's now time for everyone's favorite segment. I got 2 more of these left. So I hope you enjoy it, because it's going to go away for a while. Once it goes away, the little children are going to cry because it went away. But such is life. I'm talking about a little segment called OMVP. And that stands for Ohio's Most Valuable Pedestrian. And this award goes to someone that did something very interesting, or something weird in a good way, or is a very noble person and deserves some recognition. And theme music alert, here's my theme music, check it out. Yes. Do, 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 do. Ohio is on fire, OMVP. Do, 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 do. OMVP of Ohio is on fire. Do, do. Alright, that's enough of that. Anyway, OMVP. Now this week's OMVP is going to go to, well, let me read this article first. I don't want to jump ahead, but it took place over in Cleveland, Ohio. And let me read this article. Just in case the special guests missed the blow-up, Santa and Penguins making the ticketing counter Saturday, a flashing sign alerted them that they had indeed reached elf check-in. And what am I referring to? It's 50 children and their family lined up under sign at Cleveland Hopkins International Airport for the rarest of adventures, Flight 9900 to the North Pole. Many of the children, most of them patients at the Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital or the Metro Health Medical Center, had never been in an airplane, let alone to such an exotic destination. What would the North Pole be like? A cartoon, yelled 3-year-old Connor. It's going to be freezing, hollered 4-year-old Hannah. Soon after, elves with red and white striped tights and green, curly-toed shoes helped the children board a continental jet. The flight crew lowered the shades so the cabin lights wouldn't hurt the eyes of the reindeer. And then they were off to see Santa as an engine roared. Volunteers at the North Pole were notified by radio the moment Flight 9900 left the gate, so they could make at least last-minute preparations at the North Pole, of course, for their arrival. In North, Osman Woodwind assembled warmed up on Christmas carols, and there was members of the Westlake Key Club painted snowmen and hearts on each other's faces so they could do the same thing to the children. And then we read the end of this article. Then the first child stepped off the flight, a toddler in a red velvet dress. When a girl saw the sparkling North Pole, her tiny jaw dropped. She gazed at the gingerbread man to her right and then at the candy canes bigger than her and on her left. Finally, she looked up and saw Rudolph's blinking nose. It was magic. For a moment, nothing else mattered. Aww. So a very nice moment given back to the young children in the Cleveland, Ohio area. It was really popular article from this past week. And I'm going to tell you something. You 50 children that was on Flight 9900, not only did you go to the North Pole and meet Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus, I'm going to tell you something else. You've won a gift. You just won OMVP, Ohio's Most Valuable Pedestrian. Round of applause to Flight 9900. Woo, yay! So, Merry Christmas, you little children. And we are back with Ohio's on Fire to show where Ohio throws down. And I'm here with my first guest for tonight's show. He is a representative of the United Irish of Dayton. Their group won Best Festival for their Dayton Celtic Festival back this past summer. They have it yearly and they won Best Festival. He is none other than Bill Russell. Say hello.
Hello.
Hello there. All right. So Bill Russell, welcome to the show. Now, you're part of the United Irish of Dayton. When did that group get started?
Okay, yeah, the group started in the early 70s. Actually, the primary purpose for the group back then was to unite all the different Irish groups in the greater Dayton area to actually work at the World Affair that takes place in the springtime downtown at the Dayton Convention Center.
Okay. Now, the Dayton Celtic Festival, do you know when the first year that got started, after you guys been doing it for a while?
Yeah, our first year for the Dayton Celtic Festival was actually 2002, so this will be our 10th year coming up. So we're trying to add some different facets this year and make it a special year for ourselves in the Dayton area. All
right, your 10th year. Well, now, for the record, like I mentioned, you guys won the Best Festival for 2010, voted by the fans at activedayton.com. Now, what are the attractions at your festival that you think stand out that may have helped you win that contest?
Okay. Yeah, we were very pleased with that. I think it also shows how much our crowds have grown, since the first year, obviously because of the voting that took place. We try to add, different features each year. We are primarily an Irish and Celtic music and dance event, but it is much broader than that. We also do have a cultural area where the attendance has grown, each and every year. We have a children's area as well. Also, this past year, we actually added, an Irish, a Celtic breakfast on Sunday.
Yes.
Exactly. Great attendance there. Actually, everything sold out before we expected, so this next year we're going to have more. We also have, in addition, a Gaelic Mass with a priest who speaks, fluent Irish or Gaelic. That's there on Sunday, so that's extremely well attended as well. And the Five Rivers Metro Parks people really support us extremely well, and their new venue, Riverscape, that's down there right on the river with that very large tent structure where you can actually go skating right now.
Oh, yeah.
So I think between all of those different aspects and adding more and more entertainment and listening to the feedback from people every year when they fill out their questionnaires, that the attendance has grown, as well as voting for us as best festival.
All right. Now, I've never been to the festival. Now, can you just go there for free, or do you have to pay for tickets beforehand?
Sure. No, it's an absolutely free event.
Yes.
3 stages of continuous entertainment all day long. In addition, to the cultural area that I mentioned, we also have vendors, that are there. We have food vendors and arts and crafts vendors, that have Irish and broader Celtic, type items. And pick up your kilt there, and any other things that also you can research your lineage. Whether it's Irish or Scottish or Welsh, you can go there and visit some of the vendors and research those items.
Absolutely. All right. That sounds fun. Now, you've probably been to a lot of these festivals. You're an important member of the group. Do you have a great story that you'd like to share? Something really interesting that happened while at this festival?
Sure. Yeah, actually, just this past year, and it did happen one time before. I just didn't happen to be on stage when it occurred. And that is people that have come back year after year to the event, bring more family and friends with them. And actually, this past year, we had another request for one gentleman to propose to what is now his fiancée, could possibly be his wife by now, but propose on stage with one of our large headliners, Gaelic Storm. They're in the movie Titanic. They've been at our festival every year. So it's really nice when people kind of start centering their life around our event. It really makes us feel good, and that you're bringing a great deal to the community.
Okay, that's nice. No, when they said like the couple was getting proposed, like did they what stage was it on a stage? Where was it at exactly? Like
yeah, actually it was prime time on Saturday during our large act, Gaelic Storm. So it was during their performance. I believe it was probably halfway through. So there was a good crowd of 4,000 or 5,000 people out there when he proposed.
Yes, awesome wedding proposal, marriage proposal, if you will.
Yep.
Now, I understand you have a Christmas event coming up. It's probably your second biggest festival of the year. Talk about what's going to happen at your Christmas event.
Yes, yeah. Actually, this is the first year that we've had this, but it's actually the sixth year that the group has toured. So it's Irish Christmas in America is the event. And actually, the group consists of all Irish tradition musicians and one dancer over from Ireland. A couple of the musicians were here this past year for the festival. That was kind of how we got connected with them. And actually, my wife and I did see their performance last year when they were over for this over at Ohio State.
Okay.
And thought it was a really great event, and decided to ask them to come to this area. So it's going to be this Friday at 7:30 p.m. down at Bowl Theater and Kennedy Union down at the University of Dayton, and tickets are $15 for that in advance. Best way to get those is actually go to unitedIrishofDayton.org or call 372-9788, and we'll be happy to set them up. We're probably going to sell out before the event. Ticket sales have been wonderful.
Awesome. Yes, go there. Call this number or go to UnitedIrishofDayton.org and find out additional information. So that sounds so good. Hopefully that's a good event for you. That sounds very fun. Mm-hmm. And now I'm going to pause for a second because since this station, we were voted the best radio station of 2010. Of course, your group was best festival of 2010. I'm going to give some love to all the other winners that won the Act of Dayton 2010 polls. I'll break it down for you. What it is, you get nominated at first, and I guess someone that knows about the thing, you get nominated for a category, and there's a category every week you can vote on, and you can win throughout the year. So there's over 50 winners. Of course, we're towards the end of the year, but I'm going to go in order of all the winners that won the Act of Dayton 2010 award based on their category. So first off, Best Dance Club went to Club Masqué in Dayton. Best Sushi, it was Akishi Sushi Bar in Riverside. The best place to play pool was Bada Bing Lounge in Kettering. Best place to karaoke, Soft Rock Cafe in Centerville, Ohio. The best day spa, Square One in Dayton. The best chili belongs to Skyline Chili. The best Asian cuisine, Thai Nine in downtown Dayton. Best romantic dining spot, the Wine Loft at the Green. The best tattoo parlor, Peptide Tattoo Studios in Carlisle, which they were here just last week, so another shout out to them. The best French fries belong to Dublin Pub in Dayton, Ohio. The best place to eat on the cheap was Rob's Restaurant in Brookville. And we scroll down here. Now, best fine dining was the Winds in Yellow Springs. The best bowling alley was Pulakin Marion Lanes in Huber Heights. Best steak, Carver's in Washington Township. Best comfort food, Buckholm Tavern in Eaglewood, Ohio. Best place to eat out with the kids, Marion's Pizza. And I agree, Marion's Pizza is my favorite pizza, so shout out to them. Best donuts, Bill's Donut Shop in Centerville. Best margarita, Eliza's in multiple places in Dayton, Ohio. The best burrito, Hothead Burritos. Best Mexican restaurant, Pepito's in Kettering, Ohio. The best hamburger is the Hamburger Wagon in Miamisburg, Ohio. Best movie theater, Neon Movies in Dayton, Ohio. Best Italian restaurant, let me scroll down. Best Italian restaurant, Palomer's in Kettering, Ohio. Best golf course, Yankee Trace in Centerville. Best miniature golf course, Putter's Paradise at Inglewood Fun Center. Best bakery, Boussal's Baker Co. in Miamisburg. The best fireworks display was the City of Dayton 4th of July fireworks. I believe that was over at Riverscape. I'm 99% sure of that, but good job to them. Then, best ice cream. The best ice cream went to JD's Old Fashioned Frozen Custard in Englewood, Ohio. When best ice cream parlor, I didn't finish the whole category. You go there and buy the ice cream, but that was voted the best. Best submarine sandwich was the Penn Station, which is in multiple Dayton, Ohio, and Beaver Creek areas. Best festival, Dayton Celtic Festival, right here in the house. Best happy hour, G's Grill by Pub. No, I said that wrong. G's Grill by Pub. That's the best happy hour. Best dessert, Pacific dish at Pacific location, carrot cake from Granny C's Bakery in Huber Heights, Ohio. The best seafood went to Sweeney's Seafood Restaurant in Centerville. Best Indian Cuisine, Amar's India. Best Bookstore with the Books & Co. Best Sports Bar, and Best Wings. They won back-to-back awards, Bunker's Bar and Grill. Best Bar with the best beer, or for short, best beer. I don't know why they had the bar part, but Chappie's Tap Room and Grill at Moraine, Ohio won. Best local band and musician, which is coming up in about 20 minutes. They're stuck in traffic, but they're trying to get here. Higgins-Madewell. Best place to meet singles, Abdoli Grills at the Green. Best place to eat breakfast, Sunrise Cafe. Best haunted house, Lewisburg Haunted Cafe. Best place to shop, downtown Centerville. Best wine bar, A Taste of Wine in Miamisburg. They won another award, so they've won 2 of these. Best cup of coffee, Winans Fine Chocolates and Coffee in Dayton. The best place to lose weight, the Studio Fitness in Dayton. Best jewelry store, Elizabeth Diamond Co. And yes, the best radio station, WWSU 106.9 FM, Dayton's Right Choice. All right, round of applause. You clap, yes. We're winners. So, I got a few more questions for you, sir. Do you have any shout-outs? Any fans or family at home you'd like to shout out to you think they might be listening?
Oh, sure. Yeah, say hi to my daughters, Megan and Shannon, my wife, Nancy. Shannon goes to school here.
All right. Now, now you mentioned your website. You can visit them at www.uniteirishofdayton.org. Is there any other website people could visit you at to check your stuff out?
Oh, that's actually the primary one. From there, we will put links up as we start booking bands for 2011, which we have right now, but we haven't posted who they are yet. You'll start seeing over the next couple of weeks actually who our headliners are going to be for next year. Get an early look.
All right. Now, I am out of questions, sir. Is there anything you'd like to add before you leave today? Is there anything politically or something personally that you want to share with everyone at home?
Oh, probably nothing personal, but would like to get our dates out for next year.
Go ahead.
Festival next year, remember it always as the last weekend in July. So this coming year in 2011 will be July 29th through the 31st. Downtown at Riverscape, as you mentioned, they have the fireworks down there, but then also they have great festivals, and we count ourselves fortunate and lucky to be part of what they do down there, downtown Dayton.
All right, go there. So, that is it. Bill Russell, I thank you for coming to today's show, and good luck with the Christmas event and all of your future events. You got a big following, and we are back with Ohio's on Fire. I have my second guest of today, and they had the great accomplishment of winning Active Dayton Best Band of 2010, Higgins-Madewell. Say hello.
Hi.
Howdy.
Howdy. All right, they are here with me. So let's get this interview started. Now, when did you first hear the news that you won Best Band for Active Dayton 2010?
I think it was probably the day after it was over with. We had a whole bunch of people flooding our Facebook page telling us we needed to get on there and check it out and see, so.
Yeah, it's kind of a big honor.
All right. Well, there you go. Now, how did you get nominated? Or actually, I need to ask, who nominated you? Do you know?
I know that Kim Jones, a local singer from a band called Diddley, nominated us. I think there were several other people too, so it was a combination of some of our fans. And truthfully, we didn't even know we were nominated until somebody told us on our Facebook page. So.
Okay, well, that's good. Well, good job, Kim Jones. They won because of you. So good job to you. Now, I understand. Now you do a bit of a country folk rock sound. That's the sound of your music, and of course, there's a bit of a scene here in Dayton on that music, kind of a country crowd. But how would you describe the country folk scene here in Dayton, Ohio, as compared to others in America?
Well, we kind of appeal to a large, demographic age-wise. We have a lot of fans that are, in the 18 to 25 range, and then, all the way up to, 60 plus. I mean, we have a pretty well-rounded audience. And between the stuff that we write and then the covers that we do, we cover a pretty broad spectrum of music. And Aaron and I have had we've been blessed with a great following here individually before we started playing together. And then those two followings kind of meshed when we started playing together in 2006. So our first proving ground to, okay, when we play in this area, we're getting these good crowds and stuff, and we're getting a good response, is when we, started playing some stuff out of state or away from, our kind of core following. And, I think one of the first shows that we did was down in Tennessee, and went over great. And then we've done some stuff, up, there's a winery that we play at regularly up in Lake Erie. And we have a nice following up there as well.
Okay.
So, it's kind of been uniform across the board.
All right. Well, that's good. A good following then. All right. Now, since you've been doing music for quite some time, what is your favorite moment so far since you've been doing music?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I would say it's a toss-up between the CD release party that Jeff and I did when Spider Bite, the CD, came out, and then I also had the privilege of playing at Frey's Pavilion opening for Rick Derringer with a previous band called Silver Tongue, so that was a huge highlight too in my career. But I think bigger and better things are coming, I believe, with Higgins-Madewell, so I think we're always pushing for the next best thing, right?
Absolutely.
I like the sound of that. You want bigger things.
Yeah.
Maybe you win Best Band of Ohio one day, not just Dayton, Ohio. But we'll see. Now, how did you two actually meet? I know you describe it on your bio, but is there a nice story that you want to share? Maybe your fans of yours like to know how you actually met, or is it not safe?
Well, we both come from the same town, West Milton, and I'm like a year and a half older than Aaron.
All right.
No, I'm a little bit older than Aaron, so I've been playing for a while, and I kept hearing about this girl that sang for another local band. You gotta go see her. You gotta go see her. She's just absolutely amazing. So by then she was singing in a band called Silver Tongue, and went and saw her and was just absolutely floored by her vocals and her personality and everything. And at that time, the band I was in was kind of starting to slow down a bit. We had just put a CD out, and I was actually the only career musician in the band, and nothing against the other three in the band. I love them; they're still like my brothers, but needed to move on a little bit. And so I just asked Erin. I called her and said, "Hey, what would you think about putting together just an acoustic act just to make a little money on the side and just have some fun?" And that's where it started. And our first show was in December of 2006.
Yep, and we were booked, by the end of that week, I think we were booked until March of the following year, so we knew we had something good that appealed to a lot of people. We just didn't realize that it was going to get that big, so I used to go out and see Jeff play in his band on the weekends that I had off, and I think he would sneak out and see us on the weekends he had off, and it was kind of a joke. I didn't ever realize that he was actually serious about playing and doing anything together, and then he called, so I know I'll never forget the day that he called. My roommate was sitting there, and I put my hand over the phone and screamed at the top of my lungs because he had just asked me if I wanted to play music with him, and yeah, it was a great moment. So we haven't looked back.
All right. Well, that's awesome. Now, let me see. I'm going to ask you this: if you had a time machine, you can go back anywhere you want to, or maybe into the future. Where would you go and why? If you had a time machine,
from a music standpoint, or just in general?
In general, what do you want to do?
What do you think? What would you do?
No, you're first.
Mine's easy. I would be living in what is now South Dakota, Wyoming, that area, and be a part of the whole Lakota people. And like in the early 1800s, I think that would be my ideal situation.
Okay. And what about Higgins?
I would definitely go back to probably. I'd want to be part of Woodstock, the original Woodstock, definitely.
Absolutely, I want to go there too. They should come back. They had the last one in '99. I hated a bunch of wackos burned the whole thing down. We can't have another Woodstock.
That
So
was scary. I was at that one. That was not
You was?
Yeah.
Oh no. Well, that just followed another question. Did you see someone get raped?
I didn't see anybody get raped. I saw a semi blow up though.
All right. Allegedly, 1,000 girls got raped there, and that's why they can't have it anymore. But it sounded like a fun concert. If it ever comes back, I'm gonna try to go to one. Woodstock all the way. But now, speaking of Woodstock, maybe you kind of already answered it, but maybe not. But there's a lot of big annual concerts that, if you've really made it, you're going to play at. Is there what's that one big concert you would like to play at one day?
Probably the Woodstock 3 that's hosted by Higgins-Madewell.
I like that idea. Woodstock, 2017, or wait, what would be the anniversary? I guess they can bring it back in 2014. That'd make it 35 years since the original one. So yes, Woodstock 2014, hosted by Higgins and Madewell. I like that, and I'll be there. Anyway. Okay, now before we go to break, what would you like to see more of in the state of Ohio?
Live music venues.
Yeah.
They seem to be drying up everywhere. I mean, more and more it's like a restaurant that would like to have some music, and you kind of get put into a corner, and you hope that it flies and people pay attention to you. And
unless the big screen's behind you.
Yeah, or the football game's on. We've been really fortunate that we've broken down some of those molds, but how often do you go into a club and see a stage anymore where it's known that people are going to play there on the weekends? It seems to be getting smaller and smaller, so I'd like to see that come back.
And airplay for local artists.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, that was the first part of our interview. We will have a second part. They will be here. We'll have some fun in Ohio when we come back. And if you have questions for Higgins and Madewell,